to another Simply Dark episode. I am very excited for today's episode because we're gonna be talking about a toy. And you might be thinking, Magda, what's so scary about a toy that you decided to talk about it on your channel? I'm gonna start by giving you a brief description of the toy we're gonna be talking today. So the Tamagotchi was one of the most popular toys in the 90s. Everyone had one, and the ones that didn't, they wanted one. I am a 90s kid and I used to be obsessed with them. For those of you that never played with one or don't even know what it is, basically the Tamagotchi is a very small toy. It's like egg-shaped and it basically has a character inside that you need to take care of. So basically you need to feed him, you need to, take care of him when he's sick, you need to clean his poop, you need to put him to sleep. So it's a baby that you need to take care of all the time. The thing is, every time he needed something, like for example, he wanted to play with you, the Tamagotchi would beep and beep and beep. And basically there was no way of you stopping it or pausing it. So that means you would have to care for it 24 hours a day. If you didn't, the character would end up dying. Now, I was so obsessed with this toy that I still have mine from when I was a kid. And I'm gonna show it to you. This is my little Tamagotchi. So obviously, I don't play with it anymore, but I still have it because it was one of my favorites. And every time I look at it, it just... nostalgia. That's what I feel. And my mom didn't keep a lot of toys from my childhood. We had a small house growing up, so my mom didn't have that much space, to store things. But this one was obviously so small that I didn't need that much space. And this was also one of the best things about this toy, is that you could take it everywhere. It would fit in your pocket. Amazing. This little toy was so popular that ended up being banned from schools. Because basically kids would take them to school and they would not concentrate in the classes because they would be taking care of their Tamagotchis. So what kids ended up doing was leaving the Tamagotchis with their parents so they could take care of it. I cannot tell you how many times mine died because I wasn't that good of a parent. But that wouldn't be a problem because you could just reset it and it would start all over again. Which, to be honest, I think I only had a Tamagotchi going up to the adult stage like twice. So you can see straight away how good I was. But nevertheless, they were really fun to play with and have around. Like with any toys that kids get obsessed with, parents started to get worried about their kids playing that game so much, how much the kids would get upset when their pets died, and even psychologists would start to get worried about it because obviously the kids wanted to take care of their pets as much as they could, and they were kinda forgetting, their own lives, playing outside and all that stuff, to be inside the house playing with their little gadget. Which, to be honest, it is the world where we live today. I have two boys and they love to play PlayStation. It is very hard to convince them to go outside. I almost have to push them out of the door so they go and play outside. But that's just what it is. That's where the world is at. Now, over this phenomenon phase, there was loads of characters for the Tamagotchi. They created merch, a few movies were done as well, and with it came the limited editions. And that's where the creepiness starts. They created a Tamagotchi limited edition that the characters you had were basically the spirits of the Tamagotchis that died. Yes. Who had this idea? And bear in mind that the overall Tamagotchi range sold 82 million of them. 82 million! And a lot of those were the limited editions. So there was loads of kids playing with the spirits of the Tamagotchis that died. So this creepy version was called Tamagotchi Angel, and like I said, featured an already dead Tamagotchi trying to make the most of his short life here on Earth. And the destination that it was trying to reach was obviously the afterlife. So they functioned pretty much the same as all the other Tamagotchis, but there was a few little differences. For example, they would only poop when they finished praying. They would also have a bad ending, where the Tamagotchi character would end up becoming the devil. How crazy is that? There was also people that said that they were not actually spirits, but aliens. Because if you read the manual that comes with it, all the manuals bring like a little background story of your Tamagotchi, so you know a little bit more about him. And on this Tamagotchi's manual, what it said was that 1 human day is equal to about a year for a Tamagotchi. Their own planet is about 1 million light years from Earth, and when a Tamagotchi dies and turns into its angelic form, it is actually flying back to his home. Isn't that cool? To be honest, I prefer to think a lot more as them as aliens that, you know, we help getting back to their home than actually, you know, spirits. It just makes it less creepy. Although we still have that thing where if they have a bad ending, they will be the devil. Now, the last creepy fact I want to talk about, and this is like a bonus that I'm giving you in this video, is that there is an official Tamagotchi cemetery here in England. In 1998, CNN reported a pet cemetery in England that set aside a small area for the Tamagotchis. They were given a coffin and a small bouquet of flowers to commemorate their lives, and they would also have a short service. And one devastated owner that gave an interview to CNN actually said that she wanted to remember her pet as it was and not as it would be if she had reset the gadget. So people would get so attached to these little creatures that they would even, you know, mourn their pet when they died. That never happened to me though. I never got that attached to a Tamagotchi, and I think I reset it like millions of times. But I would get upset when they die, but not to the point that I would cry or mourn over it, because I knew that it was a toy. It wasn't real. And this is it for the story today, guys. Please tell me in the comments below if you are a 90s kid, and do you own one of these little babies? Do you still have them with you? I am very, very curious about your stories, and I really want to read them, and I will for sure reply to them. Thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video. It really helps my channel to get out there. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next episode.